Here is the starting at center.
How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Scott is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Wembanyama in at the center. Scott. And the layup's good off the glass. Scott's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Pacers.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Tatum. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking a shot.
Giannis against Pierce. Wembanyama, a screen on Pierce. Antetokounmpo passes to Wembanyama. Pierce feeling it out a bit. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Indiana ball.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Rockets. Wembanyama, a screen on Brown. A drive by Scott, and finished off by Scott.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Indiana. To the middle, here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
From about 16, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Pierce. And he drives in. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Brown outside. Rondo against Irving. Pierce for 3. Again, Pierce missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wembanyama, a screen on Pierce. Scott against Pierce. Wembanyama. Kick out to Giannis. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad.
And let's check out some stats for Antetokounmpo. Coming off a terrific season. How about 30 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Pierce with a wide open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pierce has got 5.
Yeah, how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 6, and the jump by Giannis.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Durant against Tatum. And stolen by Wembanyama. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Banked in off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Celtics trail by 7. Rondo passes to Pierce. Brown kicks to Tatum. Six on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Indiana. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Rondo passes to Porzingis. Now Brown. And it's blocked by Scott. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Look, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Pacers ball.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Number 1, the Celtics.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Now, here's Scott. 8 points for him. Brown outside. Pierce trying to break free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now, here's Durant. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Brown. Here's KD. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And now look at Victor Wembanyama. Diallo here. He's coming off an excellent season. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Now here's Tatum. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the score. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
O'Neal's check in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 7-point differential. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, the closer Tatum gets, the easier it is for him. His touch is just so good.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Wembanyama, a screen on Rondo. Irving finds Wembanyama. The kick out to Scott. Outside, O'Neal. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Rondo passes to Porzingis. That one, no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Pacers leading by 8. Wembanyama, a screen on Tatum. KD passes to Wembanyama. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Here's Pierce. Outside for Rondo. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
And I like seeing Rondo look for his shot, showing he's more than just a distributor.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Here's Rondo, the Pacers making the shot. Brown kicks to Tatum. This ball moved by Boston. The shot by Pierce, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Irving passes to O'Neal, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Assisted.
And it's a 9-point Pacer lead.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Pass to Pierce. Lays it up off the glass. And that's 10 points for Paul Pierce.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And sends Victor Wembanyama to the free throw line. It's on Porzingis. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Pritchard. And he wills that one in, sending right through off the back iron. Pacers leading by 8. Irving looking for an opening. He gets that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Brown against KD. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. And again, it's Boston converted.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
O'Neal outside. Screen by O'Neal. Drive by Scott. And finished off by Scott.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
So it's Boston now. The Pacers making the shot, and it's blocked by Scott.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Irving dishes to O'Neal. Now, here's Scott. He's tightly guarded and finished off by Scott.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Pritchard following the score by Indiana. Inside. And Cornette gets it to go.
And they've done well in taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside, Scott. O'Neal is screen on White. And finished off by Scott.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Austin with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Pritchard passes to Brown. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Horford. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Wembanyama's got his fifth rebound in this one. Wembanyama, a screen on Brown. Here's Durant, and finished up by KD.
Oh, the rangy athleticism of KD on display. Stretching it out to throw that one down.
Here's Brown, and it's sent back by KD. Here's Scott. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Indiana Pacers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shot? When you can get your points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Celtics trail by 14. Tatum and Horford man the post positions. Then it's Holiday, and it's Pritchard in at the one spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Greg, we know about the Euro switch, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. I mean, you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. Tatum on the wing. Shoots over Scott. Tatum no good.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Celtics shooting 43% from the field. Siakam against Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Boston again missing. Pacers leading by 18. Screen by Siakam. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. That they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Here's Pritchard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. Pass to Horford. Now here's White. He's covered by Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And White kicks to Tatum. But Trey. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Giannis dunks it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's White. Scoreless thus far. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Great D that time from Tatum.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And good that time.
Well, Tatum is gifted at sizing up defenses and excellent at recognizing when to shoot off the dribble.
Here's Halliburton. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. With the stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Celtics second.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Halliburton. Tatum against Siakam. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. The Pacers pull it in.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And stolen by Horford. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Leonard. To the inside. Horford in the post. Working on Bryant. And too much time in the lane to get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Porzingis is checked in for the Celtics. Rondo comes in for Derek White.
On the drive, Halliburton keeps his options open. If the defense doesn't commit, he just takes it to the rim.
Rondo. Bryant with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And that one is good. Halliburton's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Austin's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The fight by Rondo. And the rejection by Bryant. There's a screen by Bryant. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. The shot's good from Bryant.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
Outside for Halliburton. Tatum against Leonard. Here he goes. Bryant on the wing. Pass to Halliburton. Shoots the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there. Recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
Scott, Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. Got a piece of it. Rondo with the steal. Here's Tatum. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Left side, Scott. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Dan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Bryant dishes to Scott. Kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant with a screen on Tatum. Halliburton outside. Offline with his 3. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And the rejection by Leonard.
Those long arms and huge hands. Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Kevin Durant comes in for Pascal Siakam. Danny Granger, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Halliburton. Austin's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside with
Al Horford, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Pacers leading by 21. Wembanyama, a screen on Pierce. The drive by Granger, and he uses the glass on the lane. Granger's got his first points in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity, they got to show some fight.
Now here's Pierce over Granger. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Misses the three.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And then Durant with the jam.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Now here's Rondo. That one goes in. Rondo's got 5 points so far.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Boston shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And it's sent back by KD.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
Here's Irving. Al Horford with the rebound. The Celtics shooting not great, 40% for the game. Brown kicks to Rondo. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And Rondo drops them both. Pacers leading by 23.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Scott.
2 minutes.
And Pierce pulls it down. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Horford. 3-pointer. Drains the 3-pointer. Horford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, there's the floor stretching ability of Horford. Very hard for a defense when he's knocking those down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Rondo. The Pacers taking the shot. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fires the 3. No basket. Missed number 5 out of his 8 shots. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Wembanyama, a screen on Porzingis. And the dunk by Scott.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And the Celtics with possession here, following the score by Indiana. Floats one, and there's the nice layup by Rondo. Rondo's got 11.
Yeah, you gotta like that aggressiveness from the shifty point guard. Rondo has unreal body control on these drives.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Pass to Scott. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Irving. Over Rondo. And it's Irving missing. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Rondo looking over the floor. Here's Pierce. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 4th rebound in this one. KD, a screen on Pierce. And so it's the Indiana Pacers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Indiana Pacers.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column. They're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Yep, secure those boards, good things happen. Scientifically proven.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Brought their A games. This is what it means to try to put a team on your shoulders, Ernie.
What do you mean? I've been carrying you on this show for years.
That's not entirely true. I'd say maybe the first 2 years.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A-Train has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So with Irving on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Scott is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jermaine O'Neal. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Halliburton into the shooting guard position. Now, here's Scott. Here's Halliburton. O'Neal is screen on Rondo. Halliburton passes to Scott. From outside, off the mark. Boston shooting 41% for the game. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Pacers, Victor Oladipo, shooting 1.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Oladipo. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, you get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Now here's Porzingis. Over O'Neal. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Halliburton passes to Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, perfect pick and roll right there. Halliburton with great timing as a passer makes it easy for his teammates.
Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. Outside, Pierce. No good on the three. Indiana leading by 22. Scott inside. Guarded by Porzingis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Pacers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
At the line for the Pacers, Scott. One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Porzingis with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Shoots it up. Porzingis can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now, here's Halliburton. Following the miss by Porzingis.
An elite passer. Halliburton is especially dangerous in the pick and roll.
Now Rondo. He's got 13. Timeout called the Celtics.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. Number 1, the Pacers.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Pierce, and the rejection by Giannis. Oladipo against Rondo. And Oladipo kicks to Scott. Kick out to Giannis. Knocks down the three ball. Giannis has got 16.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Pierce. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this game.
Scott, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pierce against Antetokounmpo. Pierce kicks to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Scott. Bucket is good. And that's now 10 points for Jason Tatum.
And Tatum, he can create space. He can shoot over people. Does it in both the half court as well as transition.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Here's Brown. Following the score by Indiana. Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
Halliburton passes to Antetokounmpo. Scott inside. Tatum on him. And then Scott slams it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. So it's Boston now, following the score by Indiana. Pass to Pierce. Oh, Tatum in position. He can't hit that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pierce.
Good. A true three-level score. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Wembanyama, he's checked in for O'Neal. Granger comes in for Antetokounmpo. Siakam is checked in for Halliburton. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Victor Oladipo. They get it back. Granger. Back to Leonard. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. That one goes. Count it. Rondo's got 15.
And Rondo, as good as it gets in transition, whether he's shooting or passing, he tends to make the right decision.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Wembanyama sets a screen for Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
Look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Take a look here at Lamel's first team foul.
He's coming off an excellent season. Around 20 points per game last season. 7 rebounds and 2 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in.
And so Indiana again turning it over. Here's Rondo. He's got 15. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Rondo. Pass to Pritchard. Pocket 6. In the corner. Tatum with it. Launches a 3. The Pacers pull it in. Granger's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wembanyama, a screen on Tatum. Leonard the pass to Wembanyama. The shot's good. He's got 5.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
So it's the Celtics now. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Right by Scott. He takes it in and finished off by Scott.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here's Brown. He has 7. Pass to Rondo. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Kicks it out to Granger. Wembanyama, a screen on Brown. Granger drives in, and it's in there. Granger's got his 2nd basket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The three from Tatum. It's rebounded by Indiana. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along and then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Here's Pritchard. Ranger covering. The three from Porzingis. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. Some changes for Boston. Horford comes in for Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Celtics making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Now, here's Scott. 37 points for him.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Leonard. Wide, a screen on Granger. Horford the pass to Cornette. Brown with it. Over Siakam. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
Outside, Scott. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Scott with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's White. Pass to Pritchard. Siakam against Brown. There's a good screen. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Brown's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Celtics.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's Brown missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Granger, and the slam dunk by Granger.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Now, here's Brown. He's got 15. Buries it down low. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And the slam dunk by Granger.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Indiana. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And here's Leonard. And the last second attempt does doesn't fall. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pacers out in front, delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Tatum and Horford man the post position. Then it's Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the Boston Five. Now here's Giannis, Durant, and KD throws it down.
Yeah, just beautiful in the pick and roll. Durant times his move perfectly then there with the strong finish.
Boston shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Tries the spin move. Pritchard passes to Holiday. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Irving. Pritchard passes to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Lets the three fly. Here's Hauser. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Pacers now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. To the middle. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Pacers have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Screen by Durant. Irving passes to Durant. That one good for 2. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we're so used to seeing KD light it up from outside. Found great positioning and then delivers.
Holiday against Halliburton. To end the drought. The shot by Holiday, no good.
But when they're playing off you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Outside Durant. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Austin with the ball, following the miss by Giannis. Pass to Holiday. Fades back, and that one drops for him. Holiday's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, well, that's a veteran move by Holiday. Take what they give you.
Here's Halliburton. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Halliburton. And he gets the whistle. 2. Free free throws coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'll tell you, not many players are better at forcing a defender to foul than Tatum.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Drew Holiday. In Indiana with a change here, too. O'Neal's checked in. KD a screen. Irving against Rondo. Here's Durant. The kick out to Irving. It's stolen by Rondo. Gets that one through the hole to make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And when Rondo gets going, the D is in for a long night. You got to prevent him from getting those rhythm looks early on.
Here's Scott driving the lane, and it's Scott with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Rondo following the score by Indiana. Hauser misses. For Indiana, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. KD a screen on Rondo. Irving passes to Durant. It's rebounded by Rondo. Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And there's the call on H. That is his first foul of the game. And great. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
The action really is, and how hard it can sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Against Rondo. There's the pick. And there's the try. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Second free throw, no good. Scott with the ball. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team in the league.
Tatum's got energy and stamina to last. You see it with how quick he consistently gets out on the break.
The drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Porzingis with a screen on Halliburton. Nifty move. And it's good on the layup.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass.
The defender has Irving closely covered, but he's just so determined to get through the contact and to the bucket.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Rondo. Takes it inside. Basket counts.
Yeah, how about that one, able to maintain control and finish the play.
Pierce is checked in for the Celtics. And the Pacers also making a change. Siakam is checked in for Durant. Pacers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Irving drives in over Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And on that drive, Kyrie with speed. The defense can't counter, and the momentum gets Irving to his shot.
And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now here's Brown. It's not going to go for him. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. O'Neal a screen on Rondo. Irving against Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
So hard to contain. Irving enjoys putting the D on their heels and drawing fouls.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Rondo. Outside, Pierce. High, arcing shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Siakam. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Siakam. And contact on the shot. So he'll be shooting for... Free throws here. That's on Paul Pierce. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Now here's Pierce. It's to Porzingis. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Pierce has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, one of the premier offensive players in the league, Kristaps Porzingis, is hot tonight, putting on a show.
All the officials are all over that one.
First personal foul, 4th team foul.
That's good from McConnell.
Shooting for Indiana, C.J. McConnell.
And both free throws good for McConnell. And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Pierce has got 19 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Siakam kicks to Bryant. Siakam, a screen on Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Excellent D there from Pierce. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brown shot is good.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, A-Train.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Here's Pierce. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Now here's Turner. Granger, a screen on Porzingis. Turner with it, now guarded by Tatum. The shot by Turner, no good. Pierce against Bryant. Back to Granger. Rondo with the steal. To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
Here's Scott. And finished off by Scott.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now, here's Brown. Count that one. Brown's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for A-Train.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Chalk up 2 there.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Indiana.
And Porzingis is a huge presence. Sometimes the defense has no choice but to foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Kristaps Porzingis.
And the second free throw, good.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
McConnell passes to Turner. To the left wing. Here's Benton. No good with the triple. Now McConnell. Inside, Turner. Nice D from Porzingis. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Giannis, what message does a win like this send to the rest of the league?
I think the team has played really hard. We moved the ball really well, and we made shots. We just got to keep getting better every day and playing good basketball.
You played awfully good basketball tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, A-Train.